Hello and welcome to another coaching video, and in this one we have a gold Ekko versus a gold Maokai, the first of Split 2, Season 13, 2023, and yes, that means we also have a whole shift in ranks. Platinum are now Emeralds, and, the old Platinums are the X-Golds, and some of the X-Platinums, and half of the Silvers are now going to be Golds. Right? So basically, we're going to add, most likely, a video a week to cover the Emerald sort of tier that we're going to have, which eventually will mean something. At the moment, basically, it's a bit of a fiesta, like this game will be. Many kills, hopefully a lot of fun, and a lot to learn as these people do their placements as we smite away that grub. I don't always enjoy watching people smite these things because you think, okay, they're going to drag it out, 888, 870, he chucks a sapling, he Qs it, it's at 554, he smites at 500. You know, you've chucked a sapling, you're not going to let it do its full damage, smite at 600, save your sapling, right? Kite it out. Because you could easily kite this sucker out, smite it, and save your sapling to chuck it over there. Now, in this particular case, we will not have it up. I was going to say we were going to have it up, but clearly, because he just used it, he's not going to have it up. And for those who know me, know I'm an original Maokai player. You know, like Season 7, when no one played it, I played it. Now everyone plays it, and I don't. I'm weird that way. I have to let you know that you can get the jungle video courses on Virkayu.gg for a 95% discount with the new membership program. Get access to the courses you need to achieve your goals by the end of Split 1 and for all of Split 2. Not only that, I'm also including a private Discord with this so that you can come and join me, get access to free coaching, free champion infographics, weekly lectures and Q&As, as well as a free video every week only released within the Virkayu.gg Jungle Club Discord. If you want to buy the courses standalone, you of course can still do that, along with the free jungle improvement PDF, the video courses, plus full access to the Discord. Virkayu.gg is even more a jungler's learning paradise. Click the link below to climb faster than Warwick chasing a 1 HP Jinx across the map. So, the Ekko's going for a red, your Krugs, sir. Your Krugs! He left his Krugs behind. So this guy's actually undefeated. Well, he was undefeated in his placements. I took a refresh of his account before I did this video. He has subsequently lost a few games, which is good because the games he won were what you would say they were coin flip games. What in the hell earth are we doing right now? What is this? What? Okay, so this is a gold game. This guy was gold, split 1. Basically, the next rank for all golds is still going to be platinum. I'm really interested to see what platinum becomes because emerald is just going to be old plat, basically. What is platinum going to become? It's going to be the creme de la creme of all the gold players, and it's really going to thin that out, as a lot of the high silver players will be in gold just inherently. So this right here is an absolutely, utterly horrific path thing. This is just absolutely tragic. Now, the Maokai obviously started on the bot side. We saw this. He wants to go for an invade after doing 3 camps. If you're going to invade a sucker, level 2, then you don't need to do 3 camps. It's a waste of time. You can get into position. You could just steal it. Why not just, path to steal then? And as they shop, you're level 3, there's no red buff, and you kill them as they run by, they're shocked, they put their hands on their head, and they cry. But this is just an absolute horrific decision. And this is why we hate, oh, look at this. See, what I actually thought he might be doing, did you see the Maokai? What I actually thought he might be doing was going to the mid lane here to try to do something on the changed and buffed Lissandra. We will see Fake grow on this champion. Bets now. Come back to me later. But it's an Anivia. So while we can hit that level 3 stun and so on, she's not quite there yet. She will be here in a minion or two. But it's a Lissandra, right? Flash E. Is this an easy gank? No, it's a difficult gank. But you can largely burn that E and maybe a flash if you push your W in the right position. But this isn't the lane I necessarily want to gank level 3. And if I did, Red Krugs Raptors cut in to do it. Shove him out, and now translate that pressure into an invade here. You're level 3, you know the guy started bot side, going upside. You have pressure from the Urgot. Don't see a lot of this champion. You're don't see a lot of Aatroxes. When you do, snowball that sucker because he just got buffed too. I don't, Red Raptors, Wolves, Blue is an ancient clear from 2020 and before, where we had different sets of experience points, like in Season 19, 2019 Season 9, Red Krugs Raptors gave you level 3, but Blue Grump Wolves didn't. So when you wanted to shift your clears in other directions, the 4-camp inner clear made sense because there was no point to wasting your time on a Grom. It didn't even give you level 3 in the first place, so you might as well just go Blue Wolves Raptors Red, right? and get 4 camps off the map instead of 3. You know, they weren't going to give you level 2 anyways. But we have replicated a Season 9 blue side clearing onto this invade. Now, the Maokai is doing the smart thing, which is, hey, guys, I'm going to do my full clear up. But I see some action. And I know that the Ekko started on the bottom side, so basically, he's going to be pathing upside, and I'm not as fast as him, so I better get ahead of him and try to do something. Now, the Urgot's in a bit of a rough situation. The Ekko is just sitting there doing his rebuff, and here comes the Maokai chasing. The blue team are going to be like, what in the living hell is this Ekko doing here? We have this freshly buffed Renekton, one more auto suck from the Maokai. Now, the Ekko is going to randomly show up here, and, you know, he might be able to snack himself some kills if he hits his spells, but he doesn't, and he's only level 2, which means he doesn't have E to do this. Oh, Schnappling. That actually is pretty good, Schnappling. If you're Maokai one trick Schnappling, I'll take 50% of the profits from that t-shirt. It's just absolutely, no. Careful, bro. Careful, my son. Yeah, what an absolute nonsensical beginning from a I guess, new gold environment. Although these people were gold beforehand. So, to unpack it, you're not going to invade a Maokai. Do your own game plan. He's going to gank. He might full clear. He might react like he does there. You're not going to stop him. That's what the champion does. What you have over him is snowball potential. 1v9 potential. Straight up carrying the game as the assassin of choice and basically saying, listen, you can gank the lanes. I will counter gank you. I will watch you, track you, counter gank you with my beautiful W once you've used all your spells. No flashes. And I will clean that up, counter jungle you then, and then next time we meet, I'm blasting one, you're nothing, I one-shot you already. Echoes about the strategic patience of counter ganks. Or 3 camping on the red side into a gank here, resetting, knowing this guy's going top side, defending this side, or counter ganking top side when the Maokai feels pressure, right? It doesn't really matter. You're a snowballing assassin. You don't care if the low econ jungler gets a gank or 2, but you cannot let it compromise your overall game plan. And now we go up. We do our blue, we do our grump, and now we go to the Scuttle Crab, which is, of course, a little bit, how we say, strange. We smite it, which we didn't really, you know, necessarily have to do. The W has been placed by the Lysandra and the Ekko, and she didn't take her E. Well, you can also die for your own hubris, I suppose. Really just, I'm not feeling good overall about this. Just definitely never do Red Raptors Wolves ever in your entire life, unless the intent is to go to Grump afterwards, so you can finish up your blue and do a 5-camp sequencer. But then even that, it stops your ability to rotate to scenarios as the Maokai goes here. Do we have a Q? Yes, we do. Good job, Maokai. Well done, my son. 2 sons in this game, apparently. I will no longer say that for the rest of this video. So he starts down here. He sequences upside. That's so random that he's doing this. But we start down here, we sequence upside, we cut in, you know, we can reset, take all of this. We just don't care about the Scuttle Crab. We repeat gank the lane. Renekton's now, you know, firmly in control. Get some plates here as well. No TP Urgot. The fact of the matter is, 3 camp red side into some sort of action is a better play if you want to do that. If you truly want to invade a Maokai, you know, do it. But the goal isn't to, like, necessarily kill him or whatever. It's just to steal camps away. Like, steal the red and get out. He waited so long to take the red. And you know that timer, like, once it hits 2:45 to 53 minutes, no one shows up, 3:15. Where is he? Where is he? He's got to be there at that stage. Like, everyone is there at that stage. Mid laners kill each other, but no one cares. The Ekko now, of course, has not based since his kill or this second sequence. All he is a Dark Seal. The Super Baba Cool Maokai has a Ionian Boots plus a Blasting one, so he does have that AP advantage. Now, what do we do next? Obviously, if we are playing the game properly, we are not in this situation. We are in this situation. So the Maokai basically should be feeling quite relaxed. Like, this is a pretty good game for him. Full clear intent, cuts into the over-aggressive top lane and makes a kill. Ekko, in theory, if he just did his regular clear, saw all of this and rotated with E, gets a double. Double cash money, free gold. Because if you imagine he was just doing this, did his full clear really, really quickly, which Ekko can do in this season, then he'll be able to rotate to this and see that the Maokai has done blue, grump, wolves, raptors, no red, no krugs. At worst, he's stealing those things away, falling down to this scuttle, right? Ganking mid lane, taking this scuttle, ganking bottom lane or shoving in. Like, the Ekko should have had total control if he was thinking like a snowballing assassin jungler, which he wasn't. So the Maokai goes back, this is grump, then does his blue. Now saw this Anivia here, but of course she has her passive up. So even though he's going to try and go for this here, his passive up, bro. It's the wings over the HP bar, which now no longer exists, so now you know the passive is done. For those who are unaware, the wings above the 7. You see that? That means passive is available. Alright, so she respawns at full HP. Thank you so much. I don't have to leave, and I have a blue buff. Ah, yes, beautiful. And Ekko basically says, hey, look at this bottom lane thing that's going on. My Senna's dead because Thresh hit a hook, or Ashe hit an ult. It looks like the Ashe hit the ult. We should have been F-keying that, but of course what we saw mid lane was just too incredible. I had to witness it. Good old classic witness me moment from Mad Max. Everyone knows that, hopefully. And we did not need to E that hook. It was never going to hit, but we are able to go back in and hit our hit the Q, hit the autos. But the problem is we're doing it in a minion wave with no level 6, a heal available from the Ashe. Don't go for this stuff. You're level 5 and the enemy ADC is level 6. That should be alarm bells. Ding-a-ling-ling-ling-ling. Like, you can't help your bottom lane when that's your bottom lane. Now you give Ashe a red buff, and even though there is diminished heal on that red buff sucker, it's still going to be, and diminished damage as well, it's still going to be nice on the Ashe, right? Like, it's not going to be terrible, just significantly less powerful than it was before this patch, but it's still a red buff. It's still better than not having a red buff. Yeah, can you go for this, and you're not level 6, and you're finishing the red quadrant, and you're wanting to go to the top side here to match the Maokai to some degree, you just have to accept that your mistakes have compromised your ability to rotate to the Tanara and get level, to use your level 6 to get the double kill. And obviously, the exhaust was used, the heal was used from the Ashe and the Thresh. And as I said, while we were making fun of the Maokai, the Ekko in-game doesn't need to make fun of the Maokai and stare at the Maokai. You should be looking at the bottom lane as your ADC or support are dying, right? That's what you want to be tracking. Because when you're basically doing this red side quadrant, you're looking at this, maybe we can rotate sooner. While the fight is still going on, maybe we can surprise them before they hit level 6, etc., etc. So, once you finish this quadrant and you're not level 6, and the ADC is, and it's like 9 minutes, you know you messed up. And the best bet in those situations is just sometimes to go, you know what? Okay, that ran over a little bit. So we start from the beginning. The Maokai comes from the river, hits his ult. And now you're thinking, he burnt the passive. Smart moving to go and, you know, make this. Yeah, but it's not worth dying, right? And she's level 9, you're level 6, and you're in a minion wave. And the Lissandra's down 2 levels. So you're going in here, you're positioning to knock her out of turret range, but you're still taking a shot, you still die. The sapling gets a kill, that's great. Well, Lissandra gets a kill, that's great, but, you know, it's not worth 2 deaths to the Anivia, who's 2 levels up and super, super fed now. The Ekko goes in here, does get W'd. We don't have the Ghost and Vision on this replay, but he is able to ult and force a flash. That's it. Please tell me that's it. No, he's going to EQ back in. She can auto you because she's ranged. And she has Q, and she's 2 levels ahead, and you have a blue buff, and what are we watching? Ganking recognition and assessment should not be this complex, my friends. Almost. I don't know why. You know, when you go into a video and you want to just speak, sometimes you have a catchphrase. I don't know why that is one, but it is. So there we go. Now, our bottom lane are losing. Hardcore, no jungle interaction, really. This is just a straight-up bottom lane event. And you can look at this and go on Twitter and Discords and complain about your bottom lane inting, but it's you're inting. You're 1-3-0. You didn't help this lane at all when you could have, and you also ruined this lane by going in and dying and giving a red buff to Ashe. Both junglers have kind of entered mid lane a little bit. Maokai a bit more so here. And you can look at this and you can say, hey, maybe the Ekko did make some mistakes, you know, but he didn't really cause the lanes to straight up lose. No, he didn't, but Maokai had a hand in their victory. And while the Ekko has showed up occasionally, like in the right spot, because of his core, raw, fundamental errors, the guys are straight up so far behind. Now, the Anivia is able to get going here a little bit. We have the stasis, that bonus here. We're going to sneak that kill away from the Anivia. Thresh has prior, Ashe has prior. They're going to be moving over. We, of course, have here the Maokai doing that, which, again, is a question for the red tide jungler. Like, did you intentionally just give this up because you knew you would have no Anivia prio? You did have buff prior though, so why couldn't we set something up here with a Herald just to crash and snowball this? Could we not use something here with a good gank on the Anivia with no passive to then get Alessandra back in the game? There are options. You don't have to use Herald top lane. But of course here, because we do have a snowballing Renekton, if you had intentionally said, whoopsie-doo, listen, I cannot contest that dragon. It's still an Ekko with EQ smite combo. it is still the Anivia with a huge lead, and my bottom lane are preoccupied. Maybe it's best if I just go topside, use the Herald there, Snowball, and Renekton a bit more. That's a fine decision if you choose to give it up. But you can still leverage it on the bottom side. You could do something to set up mid lane, but obviously you have to look at the timers and things like that. So just think about it before blindly going top lane. Now, they all transition from the Dragon into a tower dive on the bot side to kill the Ezreal to get that shut down. The egg is procced again, so using that righteously, even if it was accidental. And they're going to take this first turret here. And Nivea will be able to shove this... Lissandra will be able to shove this out a little bit, break some plates, get some cash money gold, and at least the blue team bottom lane will get something back. Something. Not a lot, but something. See, the Ekko here is really forcing this plate, which is fine, but obviously you want to pay attention to respawn timers, back timers, because we kind of want to go Grump blue here and take it all. You know, Ashe has the Hulk shot, which sucks, but I kind of want to try be greedy here. I'm not going to lie. I would have my smite up, if possible at all, just to ensure that I can get this and get out. Because we know that the Ashe is coming back to lane, we know that the Thresh will have to base and come back to lane, we know this guy was top side, we should have time to take this. However, a more seasoned support might try and actually just interrupt this, especially with Lissandra having this prio, and knowing that, you know, while Ekko is caught up a little bit here, he hasn't spent that gold, 3k in pocket, and we can shut him down with no ult, no flash. So, good job by the Ekko here to snack that shit away. We have here the Anivia shoving back into the mid lane using the Wall of Destiny. And if I'm on, I'm breaking that wall. I feel like she doesn't quite know what her buttons are doing here. So if you're one of those people who is going to, Senna? Oh, where is he? Yeah. Whatever happens next, oh shit, we're missing all the good stuff. But whatever happens next, that was a clutch, beautiful Maokai ultimate. And now you're looking at it, everyone expects the Lissandra to go this way, so where should you go? Peace out. Down here. Like, just try and run away to where no one's gonna see you or expect you. Well, I guess, maybe hindsight there. But this was nice. Boom! Hits it, suppressed, sucked in, doomed. And now we're chasing down the Renekton. The Maokai's now trying to kill the Ekko 1v1, which of course with sapling pressure and no ult on the Ekko, we can do. Flash is burned there. Now the Senna and everyone's chasing down the Renekton who's turning onto the Nivea. The Maokai's going to flash in to get that kill. Now he's going to go in a little bit further, which he probably should not do. He should probably take that W and move on out. He moves in, gets flashed upon, now will also die, so not good again from the Maokai. Over-committing, over-chasing. Take your wins, my friends. Take your wins and bounce. You don't always need to go back in. Big thing to think about. But overall, you know, most of us are running this way for Lissandra. Might try mind game it. You know, might try mind game it just to sneak out of base because you know the Urgot is going to arrive. But yeah, okay. Ashe Arrow. Boom! Right in the face of the Senna. The hook will then hit. Renekton's going to go in here, obviously, forcing the flash out from the Senna. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a play. It was made. No passive on the Anivia. Ekko rotates over the wall. We have a bloodbath here. His W placement is not good. His combos are not smooth, but he's able to get stuff anyway because he's going to start scaling. He gets W, he gets hooked. He's going to get Q'd. He's going to chuck that Q out. She, again, it feels like she's just pressing E whenever... I don't know. She presses it when she shouldn't, and she doesn't when she should. Make sure you don't first time your champions in your placements. I know people get buffed, they get excited, but that's what keeps you down in silver or low gold now, I guess. You just start playing champions for the sake of it. Without practicing them at least to Mastery 7 and normals and Flex Q with your friend. Don't do it in Flex Q. Normals, right? Here we go. W over the wall, no ults. What are we hoping to accomplish? Cutting the wave. What are we hoping to accomplish? Look at our team. What's our team doing? Why are we here? No, just take the camps and get out, right? Like sneaky, look at this. Look at their vision protection here, right? She just placed this. They don't know you here, right? If you really want to have that kind of self-destructive pathing at this particular stage, go do the walls, go do the grump, fall back down here, push this out. You see the TP, you're like, okay, never mind, I'll just go to my red side. Reset, right? You've got you have over 2k in pocket at that stage. Cool. Your whole team's resetting. Now is not the time to go and force a play. It's not the time. All you did there was just lose time, right? Yeah, the Lissandra's TPing over here and she's not paying attention, but I think we can all agree that she's not exactly peak caffeine drinker. Probably should drink some caffeine. I don't know if that will solve her problem in the head, but it might. Yeah. So in this case, we just take some camps away while our team resets, and then we can reset too, and then come back out and make some good plays around the next objective, which will be the dragon. Maokai is showing up on the bottom side here. No wings for the Anivia on her passive. She literally still has wings, as she is some sort of giant albatross thing. Yeah, I think she is so irritating and so hated by most people and so damn boring. Honestly, such a boring champion, man. Just exists in wave clear. That when I've seen a few posts about not being on a level 2, some people not being on a level 2 and not getting the rewards, they're like, well, you know, it's Anivia, so it doesn't really matter. Which is quite funny. The whole point of the rewards is to motivate people to not be below on a level 2. And yet, because it's an Anivia skin, less people get it than ever before. It's like, no, I don't want that skin. No one wants that skin at all. Literally, 2 people in the world care. Maybe this is one of them, but clearly this person isn't using it. Not assigned yet. It's true. It's true. Not assigned yet. So, the Lissandra over pushes. Again, the Ekko collapses down. That's well and good. But you can see here, again, this is such a common thread for silver gold players, and I guess what will now be plat players. The lack of pressure when you have the lead, and then because you don't apply the right pressure in the right moments, oh my goodness, this is really action-packed, isn't it? They're just chaining spells, missing spells, hitting spells. Everybody's going in. The Renekton moves over with the lead that he has, but he gets chunked. Oh, that is a lot of heals from that gold drinker. Whew, that was a big one. You know, it just becomes a bit of a fiesta, swooping side to side, and the team that can actually end up grouping together, moving and goon squatting, will typically end up with a lot of advantages in this elo range. And there you go, nice turn by the Ekko. See, that was good. Nice turn, no leave now. We're leaving, bye-bye. Mind games. You know, the Ekko's team for second, Lissandra over pushing, we move on down, we goon squat, cool. And then we just keep all chasing each other. And the Maokai seemingly lacked a lot of lazy base. Never lazy base, ever lazy base. You hit this plant, you go down here, you walk to this, and then you base. The dragon is not going to be yours. Give it up, you're not going to have it. Just don't do what the Ekko did. It's such a lazy thing. Hit the plant, don't play with your food, you're not a cat. Move on down, go back to base. Spend the almost 2k you had, you know? Move on up with your life and go take this while they do this. Because you're not going to get it anyway. And this is much more important for this elo range, because when the enemy team has a lead and they don't use it, and you're able to goon squad and catch that gold up a little bit, you want to get that herald so you can actually go and punch some turrets and get that gold back truly. Open the map up, because you have 0 turrets at 18 minutes. So that first herald that you lost, okay, but let's take the next one. And while you do have wave clear and you have the Anivia who's super, super fed, and now you're 7-5-1, just as a byproduct of being Ekko and moving around, to his credit, that's a nice little recovery. You don't have the map pressure, and that's what you truly need. So, red team's perspective, this guy's just straight up farming while Thresh is in base. Like, he's just lost all control. He had some good ideas and rotations earlier, but we just haven't heard from him. No ganks to catch up, no counter ganks, no proactive dives to push the map further. The last thing he did that was good in the name of map pressure was the top lane Herald push. Other than that, not a lot from the Maokai. At all. Quite quiet, like you can watch him now. Finally gets to level 11. We take this Herald. He is ahead in levels. Not by much, but, you know, still is ahead in experience. Only down 500 gold versus an Ekko, that's fine. So we're going to face check a Renekton who's 2 levels up on us. Go all into this, knowing that their whole team is unknown in terms of location. Our Ezreal's bottom lane, that Ash arrow hits. We're going to have to ult and spot here. Flash out, hit our W, not chuck a Q ourselves to slow them down. Anivia traps him against a wall of destiny. Thresh hits that hook, flays the Anivia back into the space where she doesn't want to be. She does not have passive at this point. She's forced to flash out. Run away, though. Death hook hits. Not a scripter, but he is a savant. And now the Ekko is to leave. Like, I don't understand the lack of... That's a Baron, no? Because Ezreal's bottom lane versus Lissandra. 0-1-3, like... If you have an Ezreal who's losing lane hardcore with a Senna like this, and he's 0-1-3, you're like, damn, thank you. Thank you for not straight up hardcore-inting. Let me repay you with a gank and some turrets and some help and some good team fights. No? No? Okay, fine. So, oh god, again, just give it up. There's no point. Like, I understand why you might want to go and steal, but there's no point. You can't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is one of those moments where you're not going to win or lose based upon the Baron. Steal. They have the Baron. If you die, you give them the ability to counter jungle you. And the Maokai is doing the, in theory, right thing. Obviously, pay attention to the numbers advantage and how deep you're going. But this is it, right? Ekko dead. Maokai says, fine, I'll take your shit. Now, instead, Ekko should be going, right, you're on this. I'm going to take this, shove the hell out of this, take this, maybe collapse and kill Lissandra with this, push this out a little bit, decompress the map and get all your camps while they're doing the Baron and resetting and getting ready to siege. Because when they do siege, you want to make sure that they have to spend some of that Baron time pushing the map back towards you. You have a bit of wave clear, a shit ton of wave clear in Ekko and plus Anivia. You can hold reasonably well, so if you can delay a little bit of that Baron timer just by shoving the map out and prevent any sort of counter jungling, you'll get a bit of a golden fusion. You'll be a bit more useful to your team at this particular stage. Nah, this all started with a Red Raptors Wolves level 2 invade. Like, I am shocked that I saw that. And this was a legitimate gold player who was like 7-0 to start split 2. Unbelievable. Maokai goes in here, says, yes, this is the engage I want. He has flash and he's running away. Is this the engage you want? Probably questionable at best. A little over-aggressive with no Renekton. Like, anyway, as I was saying, what an amazing engage for the guy to go in here, bait the whole blue team, force them, flash them, walk into where the Lissandra is, and as the Ekko goes in here, we can combine to root, stun, and burst him out. Just a savant-level jungle play. Yeah, don't do what the Maokai did. And don't do what the Ekko did. We walked blindly into a choke point versus a Lissandra, Thresh, and Maokai. If you are the Ekko looking for good angles for team fighting, walking at their faces, being the first person is not the way to do it. In the jungle memberships, the jungle detail series yesterday, released on Monday, that covered, how to look at these sort of situations as an Ekko and as an assassin, and how not to be baited into bad fights. But the Maokai goes in to their base with their Renekton not on the map, and that is a cardinal sin. What you do is you push up, you steal shit, you push up, you wait for him, and once he's there, you can do your 0-4-1 probably. Renekton should go down here, so we can shove and siege, cut down, join him, push this up, and now you can kind of balance the pressure with the Baron minion and the rotational power of the Renekton. But the fact that he goes in and forces that whole fight is great, but now his whole team literally died and no one has Baron. Maokai baited his whole team in. It's the Maokai who made that play, right? And now Renekton's going to try and go in on the Anivia here. We do no damage to Ekko, apparently. That W having a decent shield at this point, but we've been level 10. Since the Maokai hit level 11, right? We just ding 11 now. The Maokai should be 13 shortly. We activate this Herald, which is pointless, really, into the Baron wave of a Renekton who, while he's low and will have to leave, the whole red team are going to be respawning. Maokai's top side here, there's the 13 I was talking about. We are able to break this down. Okay, I get it, but I'm more for this, right? I would probably see the Renekton down here, and instead of chasing the kill, you could punch the Herald here first, then rotate down to the kill. Your Ezreal is now pushing this with the Herald. You guys can push this up without the Herald. You don't really need it. And you can cut in while this guy does this, and it would just distribute the map a little better. But it's not evil to do this, right? It makes sense. Like in the moment, oh, right, I have Herald. Might as well use it. Right? Just don't obviously get too caught up here. So the W from the Echoes are way too slow. He has not hit any good Ws. And now obviously the Urgot is a little bit caught out. The Thresh is going to hold that wave here. Lissandra's forced to ult and heal herself with a buff that she just got. Maokai does do the chain tree. Ult. E, Q, tick damage, not enough. Now he's chasing. Over the wall goes the Renekton, slowed by walking over the peaches and cream. And Nivea is going to deal with the tree over there. He actually escapes his Thresh Lantern, slowed by the Ekko. Goodness gracious me, what is going on? It is an absolute placement fiesta. Incredible, right? Absolutely incredible what we are witnessing here. Hey, the Ekko decided to go back to base. Don't be baited into this fight if you're the Ekko, by the way. Don't be baited into it. You're low, you need to go back to base. This feels like a game that's a lot longer than 24 minutes, right? A lot longer than 24 minutes. So Ekko's going to come out of base here. Still has not finished the Lich Bane. Still sitting on that Magi 4 stack. It's just unbelievable that you're in 24 minutes, you haven't finished a second item. And again, the Lich Bane into Death Cap is the juice if you can get there, because you're seeing how strong he is even without it. But he's just so far behind in experience and gold, and when they have that much CC, all Ekko mains will tell you a valuable piece of information. What boot do we buy? Mercury Treads. You don't need the Sork boots to kill people, right? It's just an added benefit. Yeah, it's a great buy, but against a Thresh, Maokai, Renekton, Ashe, Lissandra, you need Mercury Treads. Even if, you know, you die anyway, which is, again, like a good point. If you get CC'd, you die anyway. It's more about the pick potential in those isolation 1v2, 2v1 moments. If you can get free a little bit sooner and then ult out a little bit sooner and respace with Rock Belt E, that's exactly what you want to be doing, right? No one is doing any macro at this stage. You're just kind of all running at each other one at a time, and you all know at this particular stage not to do that, and they're not watching the death time as Ekko's respawned again. Finally finished Lich Bane. Good job, sir. He has not finished his Guzzwalker hatching at 25 minutes. He would have finished it long ago if he was listening to what I was saying. Ashe Arrow, woo, dodged. Alright. Right, let's see how this plays out a little bit, but I feel like it's going to be a slow bleed. Alright, I'll skip forward. A whole bunch of kills happen, and, you know, no enough of the base is really broken. Baron spawns. Now, from blue team's perspective, you're down 10k gold, right? Your base is being opened up slowly. You have wave clear, which is stalling it out, but they have a great CC pick comp. You can't go in first. You have to, you know, try and wait for spells to be down before you flank, and even then it's tough. So for me as an Ekko player here, I would probably leverage a bit more split push just to draw macro focus. Because if you can have a split push plus a cut in, you wouldn't have 2 turrets in 30 minutes almost. This should be dead. This should be dead. This should be dead. You could be that macro pressure. You could do it. Someone will rotate, but if you have a level lead, 2 level lead over the person who's rotating, there's no stress for you. And again, if they rotate no TP, you can cut down first. Now you have numbers advantage. But the point is, in this particular scenario, I would 100% be going for the steal, because if I don't get the steal, we lose the game. We need the steal, right? We don't need the dragon. We need the Baron. And in this particular case, I'm happy going for the Baron steal, given how the game has been going. And if I get it, amazing, right? You can absolutely win the game with the steal. And if you die, you're going to lose inhibs anyway. And someone could go do the dragon as it is, right? So Maokai gets trapped against a wall here. You got to be careful because they've all just reset after doing a Baron, and the Ekko is too deep. He's forced to ult out. Lissandra goes and does a huge ult onto the center there, and she's able to heal up a little bit until the Maokai gets that kill. Now he's on the back line onto that Ekko. Is no Zhonya's, no ult. Does have a stopwatch, which he looks like will not use. No, he doesn't use it because he's like, why would I use the spell? Renekton splitting on the top side, and Nivea gets hooked, and that will do it. Please, let it end. So, I hope your games don't go like this. But hopefully you can see how that early game fundamental shift is important. But not only that, even though the Maokai has ended up with a pretty good KDA here, right? From his team fighting, and his poke, and his traps, and his saplings. It's all mid to late game focused. Late game focused team fighting. The mid game for him was very quiet. He had a great early phase. The second early phase and the mid game for him were too quiet, so keep that pressure up, right? Even though you take that first turret, keep the pressure up. You don't need to go farming. And you can end this game a little sooner. Just 2 cents. But the Ekko, not very good all round. Lot to think about for him. But thank you very much for watching. Good luck in your placements. And as always, I will see you all in the next one.